We don't know yet, but Manchester City might be muddied.
Oh my God!
The Premier League statement confirms Manchester City have been charged with numerous breaches of financial rules. Yes, this is actually happening. And the top line right here says that this goes back to like 2018. That is how far back we are going. Man City, as I said before, might be muddied, but lads, I will take them out of the mud. Man City, let's pretend like they got punished, okay? Let's say Man City is gonna be ruined over the next couple of weeks and months and years, and they will be relegated down into EFL League 2, and they lose all of their best players and are left with some of the youngsters and low-rated players that they had in their squad. Can they rebuild themselves from the bottom to the top again? That is the big question I would love to answer today as we take on this fun new challenge of financial fair play versus FIFA. This should be a lot of fun. Let's dive into it. So here it is then. We have let go of every single player you can imagine in the Manchester City squad. I went as far down as I possibly could, and it said the squad size is too small. So Manchester City, after having to let go of all those players who are not willing to play in the lower divisions, are now reduced to Delap at striker, Rodgers at left wing, Couto at right midfield, Cole Palmer, the talented young man getting time in the Premier League now, playing in that cam position, Fiorini at centre mid alongside Doyle, Wilson Brand in the left back position, and Bete on the centre back spot alongside Doyle. And then in the right back position, we have the new man that is supposed to be the replacement for Joao Cancelo. Lewis is the one playing in the right back spot, and Trafford in the goalkeeping position. With these lads left, yes, these are the final pieces of players that we have left in the squad at the moment. And guys, it is not necessarily looking great for Manchester City. But here's the thing, I'm going to make it even worse.
You're a monster.
Even though I have relegated Manchester City down to the lowest division, I will also give myself the challenge of not being able to make a signing until we return into the Premier League. Yes, that is what I'm going to tell myself. Or let's say until the Premier League. I think that makes sense. Because if we're going to be harsh and we're going to go with the worst scenario we can imagine here, this is the one. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this situation with Manchester City and financial fair play. Obviously, it has been a huge topic lately, especially due to the fact that Chelsea has just gone ahead and spent over 600 million in a year's time. And I want to know from you guys in the comments down below, do you think they should be punished? Do you think Manchester City should actually be hurt big time by this? And if they have broken the rules, should it be as harsh as possible to make an example of them? Or should they be able to just pay a fine and get away with it? Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this, but I personally cannot wait to see what I can achieve with this team right here. By the way, leaving 250 million on the table, I mean, it's hard. As we are reaching the midway point of season 1, I am actually excited to see which players are going to be the key players when it comes to this team that we're trying to build. And I think giving ourselves a transfer ban makes it even more interesting now. I do expect the team to be quite successful in League 2. I would be very, very disappointed if we don't go up to League 1 straight away, considering we have some Premier League talent in here. But looking at it straight away, Yan Couto's position change is ready to go, so he can play in that right wing position, 74 rated now. But before I even look into the league table, I just want to know who's the main guy. Cole Palmer and Rodgers. Those are the two main players that we might have to look out for. Delap only scoring 2 goals in 20 games. That is a bit of a letdown, considering that Tedic has done even better than him. Wow, there is competition going on between the two strikers, but so far, both of them kind of suck. As we finish off this season, first of all, congratulations to Harry Kane for becoming the top scorer for Spurs. Let's go! I just hope that he moves, and I personally would love to see him at Bayern Munich. I think he would be perfect over there and scoring 30+ goals every season. Winning titles, finally, the thing that he wants to do the most. But before we dive any more into that, we have Delap on a 71, Couto 76, Fiorini 70, Palmer. Why are you playing in a centre midfield position, pal? For some reason lately, when I change formations and put players into their spots, it just takes them out of it. I don't know what it is lately, but Great growth on the defenders as well. Lewis up to a 71, Trafford 69 rated, and even the players on the bench have grown, which is amazing to see. Obviously, trying to rebuild Manchester City without any transfers up until the Premier League is quite the task, but I do believe that we can pull it off, and we are going up into League One now. Right now, things are looking pretty good for us, but once we get into the Championship level, I think we are going to be struggling because I don't know if our defense is going to be good enough. Offensively, we could be fine though. Man City, 88 points, lovely stuff, and has any of the strikers been outstanding in the second half? Delap, 16. Ooh, he added 14 goals to his tally. That is great to see. Liam Delap, congratulations. Why do I always have to think of Rory Delap every time I read his name? Who the hell is Rory Delap? I don't even know why I have that name in my brain. Anyways, let's move into Season 2. Season 2 is finished, and Manchester City finished in the second position with 95 points. The lads are trying their absolute hardest at the moment to bring back the reputation of the Sky Blues. I think that's how you call them, right? Anyways, the team itself, lads. I mean, Delap up to a 77, Rogers 78, Lewis 76. Some of these lads, some of you guys do know from real life, but I am pretty sure that lots of you guys, including myself, don't know players like Doyle, Fiorini, Doyle, Mbete, and all these guys, but it's great to see all of them grow. The defense is looking more stable, and now we're going to have to compete in the Championship. Now, I do wonder if this team has the capability of going through League 2, League 1, and the Championship immediately to allow us some transfers finally. But going into it, Delap, 24-7. Palmer, 18-6. Rogers, 16-13. And then, wow, Tommy Doyle, 6-18. What a season for a centre midfielder. I am more than impressed, but I am also very intrigued to see how this team will do over there in the Championship. But would you look at that? I think we are in the playoffs, guys. The lads might have done enough, but was it actually enough in the end? Are we going into the Premier League and finally spending money? A 4-1 victory and a 1-1 draw, and then against Bristol City, the big moment of the season, getting playoffs and getting into the playoff final, I should say. We are now ready for this moment right here. Can the lads do it? The kit clash is big, but I'm seeing the ratings and they look incredible. Ideally, when we do go into the Prem, a centre midfielder and a left back and possibly a goalkeeper are needed, but is it done? It is not.
No, don't like that.
What? What? Bro, how did that happen? I can't believe it. Camera focus. Yeah, there we go. I am shocked. What the? Bro, I thought we had it, man. 1-0 loss. The defense let us down. The attack let us down by not scoring. Who would have thought this could happen? Another season with no transfers, but honestly, this team deserves Premier League. How did it not happen? I am shocked. Let me see who scored them goals, though. In the playoffs, we failed, but 32-5. Rogers, 25-16. Couto, 13-2. Palmer with a good season. Fiorini and Doyle once again with tons of assists, and Lewis getting involved in the attack as well. I mean, the ratings look great. And by the way, some of these players has potential to be special. On Doyle and Mbete, both the centre backs, which honestly could lead to us doing this rebuild of Manchester City with no transfers at all, actually. But having said that, now Esbrandt and Trafford survive for another season. If they can grow, we could go back into the Premier League and not be forced to make transfers, which would add a whole different layer to this rebuild right here. This time around, we won't be denied. Man City is here now with the 100 points, 95 goals scored, 43 conceded, 52 on the goal difference, and a team that is ready for the Premier League. Palmer, 88. This kid cannot wait to be involved in Premier League football. Delap onto an 87. Couto, 83. Rogers, 84. Doyle, 82. Doyle, 84. I actually kind of want to buy a third Doyle. Fiorini with the 77. Esbrand up to a 78. So he actually looks like a good option now for the Premier League. We could keep him in the squad. Lewis up to an 86. And Trafford, the goalkeeper, is now 23 years old, 6'4" tall. And as an 80 rated player, he does look great. Are we ready for that Premier League football coming up and possibly the transfers as well? Delap with a 38-4, Rodgers 26-8, Couto 22-7. Great season despite the fact that he hasn't grown too much. Palmer, a lot of growth, but not that insane of a performance, I would like to say. But man, this Doyle guy, what the hell? 18 assists. He is on fire. But as much as I, kind of would love the idea of not making any transfers are also fun. And I think you need to add a couple into this team once we are now a Premier League club again. Manchester City are signing a former, I believe, Manchester United talent. Angel Gomez was kind of expected to be a big talent at the time. Then he moved over to Lille, or at least he's playing there right now alongside Jonathan David. And I do think that he's doing a decent job over there. But it is time to take away Fiorini from the starting 11 and bring in someone new. Gomez is going to take over that centre midfield position. And the reason why I wanted to bring him in is clear. As you can see it on your screen, the guy can do it all. He can move forward, he can pass the ball, he can skill, he can shoot, he can defend. And that's what I love about this kid. But he is 5'6", so he's not necessarily a physical specimen, but he is the one and only transfer I can make going into the Premier League, because our budget was only about 50 million. And after signing Gomez just now for 32 or something like that, I believe, we just don't have the budget anymore to do any more transfers, since all these guys are asking for insane pay rises. And yeah, this is the team that can do it. Let's see. I personally think it's good enough for the top half of the league table. I was just going through my squad and giving new development plans, and Emerson Royal just popped out of nowhere. What? Why are you in my team? I did not buy him. I promise you guys. I swear to God, I did not buy Emerson Royal. I am actually shocked, and I would like to know. It's maybe because I didn't have enough players in the team and someone left, so that the game put him into the team, because as you can clearly tell, I only bought Gomez for 35 mil. That was it. But hey, I'll take a nice backup for free. Why not? I have some great news to share. Guys, we have won the cup, and we've gone throughout the month of May with no losses. I mean, that is incredible. Beating the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool in April, the team might have outperformed my expectations already. Oh yes, Europa League, here we come. 5th position, only 1 point. 1 point off of Newcastle to qualify for Champions League football. But I gotta say, that is one hell of an impressive season. Spurs? All right, Spurs have won the league. Interesting to see. Dynamics in the Premier League have changed ever since Manchester City got relegated. Now, I don't want to look into that section yet. We want to go over here. We want to see how the lads are looking. The attack looks incredible. All 5-star as we speak. Palmer up to a 91. Gomez, the new lad, has grown to an 86. Doyle, 84 rated. Probably still has managed to put in some incredible performances. He has been huge, and I will not be replacing him. We have Esbrand up to an 82, and Bet 89, Doyle 89. Oh my God, what a partnership that is right there. We should probably have him in that right centre-back position because he has a 5-star weak foot. Lewis up to a 90. That is probably what Pep kind of expects him to become, because otherwise it makes no sense to me that Joao Cancelo was let go to play for Bayern Munich. And by the way, as a Bayern fan, he is so good. I'm so happy he is at Bayern Munich. We look like a different team already. And then Trafford up to an 85 rating this season, with Emerson Royal only getting minutes off the bench. I probably should be focusing on the bench in the next transfer window. We probably should be bringing in a bunch of players to support the lads up top specifically, but also just generally the performances of the team. Talking about that, of course, I gotta see who has been the man. Delap, 31-5, Rodgers 20-9, Palmer 14-12, and Doyle, where you at, Doyle? Where you at? Well, not that one, that one. 7 assists this time around. Okay, he had a quiet season. Free agents coming into the club, and I can tell you right now, Fabricio Diaz is perfect. This guy is huge as a backup for the center midfield position, 83 rated, which really makes me happy, but he's not the only one. I also brought in Favre, a 79 rated player from France. Ali, 81 rated from Algeria. I'm assuming that is Mahrez, his regen. Diaz, obviously a part of that. And then also Osorio as a backup goalkeeper. So now going into this season, we look much stronger. And throughout this entire rebuild, only one player we have spent money on, and that was 35 million for that man right there. I think this is a great success when it comes to rebuilding a club that has been basically forced to sell all the big boy players and had to go with the youngsters that were left. Good stuff. The team continues to impress as we are now up against Borussia Dortmund in the Europa League final after getting past Stade Rennais, Ghent, and also Malmö. Not necessarily the biggest opponents for sure, but this team is capable of pulling off a win right here, right? I mean, look at that. The attack is just exceptional. Center attacking mate Palmer, he can't even get better. 93 rated, both the guys down the center. Gomez up to an 89, Doyle up to an 86, Esbrandt 87. Get in, pal. And then our goalkeeper looking solid as well, while some of the players on the bench have grown, and we look ready to take on the world in the biggest competition, which is obviously the Champions League. But in the Prem, how have we done? Man City only second to Spurs again. What? We have to win it next season. I'd be so disappointed if we can't get that trophy for this team. Now, Man City have some players scoring goals, and one of them is Delap with 43. Rodgers coming in with 40 goal contributions himself. Outstanding stuff, while our captain manages to get 11 assists. He is just so freaking good, and Palmer has one of his better seasons for sure. I honestly think, though, we have to get that victory, the title in the Premier League. That has to be a big one for City, because it has been for a long time. And now, Dortmund in the final. Dortmund coming in with Tammy, Miretti, Cadil, Pino, Chouameni, Koundé. Ooh, interesting lineup there with Limpong as well. Here it is, though. Domination. No, bro. What's up with us losing these important games? I mean, our team clearly was better. I'm shocked. Anyways, congratulations, Dortmund. Luckily, we have qualified for Champions League anyways. Last time I checked, we were doing great in the Premier League. And lads, we have beaten PSG 4-1 in the second game, 4-1 in the first game against Dortmund in the quarterfinals. And then up against Wolfsburg. Dude, there is some weird obsession with FIFA and Wolfsburg. I don't know what it is, but they always somehow turn out to be one of the teams that I have to play against when it comes to the latter stages of the Champions League in some of our rebuilds. And it surprises me every time, but it wasn't good enough. Manchester City on top of European football. Now, obviously, we're going to be up against Juventus right here. And of course, we all know Man City haven't won a Champions League yet. It is the big thing that City wants to get done. And will they be able to pull that off? I've been seeing talks about the fact that Haaland might have made a mistake in joining Manchester City because it doesn't really suit his playstyle. I think Jamie Carragher was the one that was talking about this, and I kind of agree. I do think Haaland was much better in a team that was like counter-attacking, quick in transition, straight to the point, going for the goal, rather than playing around the penalty area the whole time. He's going to score tons of goals, don't get me wrong, but I think he could do even better in a team like Real Madrid, for example, who are known for their insane counterattacks. So I don't know how I feel about this. Let me know your thoughts on the Haaland situation in the comments down below. Guys, we are up against a big side, though, with Juventus here. And obviously, yes, won the Premier League. That's what we wanted to see. So we have established Manchester City back at the top of the Premier League, which is great, which was one of the goals that I set myself while rebuilding this team. And now, of course, we got to see the team. Look at that attack. 91 rated Couto, 93 rated Delap with some incredible stats on him. Can't wait to use him. And then we have Rodgers on the left, who has been exceptional this whole time. Captain Doyle, 89 rated. Palmer, 93. Gomez, 90 rated. Lewis, a youngster that Pep really likes, is up to a 92. And Bet and Doyle, the biggest surprises to me. Never ever expected these guys to be this good, but they are looking ridiculous right now. And Esbrand has been the lowest rated player in the team throughout this entire thing, and now he's at the same rating as Doyle, so congratulations to him. And Trafford has gone up to a 90 rating, as some of our players on the bench look solid as well. Could be some good options going into the gameplay section, and we gotta obviously find out who has been the one. Rodgers, 37 and 14. Well done, buddy. 51 goal contributions in 52 games from a left winger. And that with the 31 and 6. Couto, 22 and 6. Gomez, 10 and 3. And Doyle, of course, he will never go without getting at least 10 assists. This guy is ridiculous. I love it. And I'm so excited to dive into this gameplay portion. And funnily enough, it is against Juventus, another team that might get points deducted or has already gotten points deducted. All this crazy stuff that has been happening with Juventus over the years. I mean, it's been insane, hasn't it? And the same thing could happen to Manchester City. And I've seen if Juventus, if the punishment that Juventus got was given to Manchester City, they would still be ahead of Liverpool. As if Liverpool's placing in the Premier League didn't hurt enough. But Manchester City could go ahead and get the same punishment as Juventus in terms of points deducted and still be ahead of my team. The pain just never ends, does it? So here we are. The big moment has come and I have to perform. Man City against Juventus. Man City with completely new faces, or should I say faces that didn't get as much playtime, now being given the time they needed to thrive. I mean, we haven't made lots of transfers, which I'm actually kind of really excited about right here. And I can't wait to see what these backups of Manchester City can go ahead and achieve. Can they get it done? As we step over, cut inside, do the thing. And then, I just want to try that. I've heard that when you lob the ball up and do a power shot, it could come out like an insane goal. But having said that, tackles... Yep, that's what I needed there. He just doesn't want to pass it, huh? Let's see the man on the left, on the right, I should say. Couto with the straight shot. Imagine. Ooh, what a tackle. Love that from our centre-back. Straight into the attack. Couto moving forward. Has Cole Palmer. Palmer being given a little bit too much space for my liking. Gotta try it. When you give me that much space, man, I am very tempted to try. Oh, that's a good ball. Come on. I'm trying to switch to someone else there. It doesn't let me. That's not cool. Oh, no, man. Huge. Absolutely massive tackle right there. Don't know how I saved myself, but we go into the second half. Rodgers straight away into our striker. Our striker posting up his body against the defender. Palmer being given space. And honestly, man, finesse shots are so dead. And now we're open at the back. Or what the hell is just happening here? Whoa! What's a ball? That pass was unreal. They should have scored off that. Hold up a second. Have I been full screen this entire freaking time? I honestly feel like I might have been full screen for like, I don't know how many in-game minutes. It doesn't matter. Because now, everything you need to see is happening in front of your eyes. As we run through and find... Palmer, are you mental? How do you not score that? It's the 90th minute. Oh, I don't like this Juventus attack. I don't enjoy it at all. I do like that interception, though. Gomez. Into Couto. Couto, the lap. Couto again. Couto being given a little bit too much space down this right-hand side. He could cut back in. He does so. Lovely. Smack it. Yes, the lap is the one. 97th minute. It took us long enough. Manchester City are taking the lead. Juventus probably had the better chances so far, but honestly, don't care. I do not care. Get in. Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, hold on a second. There's a steal and a half. The lap is through again. Why did I go full screen? I realized I went full screen there for a second. Gomez waiting for that defender to come close enough for exactly that moment. Oh, I wanted that. Go on. Oh, what a mistake. You don't want to make that mistake against this man. Oh, you don't want to do it. I knew there wasn't enough time to sprint forward and just do all the madness. Liam Delap. Let's go, buddy. What a finish. Look at that. 130 kilometers per hour. No chance. The trophy belongs to Manchester City for the first time ever. It only took them a couple of financial fair play punishments to get there. Hey, Guardiola, if you need tips, ask me. Doyle El Capitan deserves to lift that one. Shout out to the lap for the incredible performance, and shout out to the City youngsters that stepped up when I didn't expect it. I personally thought this would be one where we just go ahead and make a bunch of transfers, but honestly, we didn't have to. These guys performed incredibly, and it was a great story. I know a lot of people do not like Manchester City, but I think this story specifically, everyone can get behind. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. As always, follow your boy on Instagram. That'd be much appreciated, at CaniSports. And subscribe to the channel, bro. Come on, lads. Let's get to that 500k if we can. That would make me a very happy boy. And yeah, have a good day. Take care and peace.